Hello and welcome to the Deep Dive Steady Step English Edition. We are so glad to have you with us today.
It's great to be here. I'm really looking forward to this topic because it's something, I think every single language learner struggles with at some point.
Absolutely. Today we're doing something a little different. Usually we talk about grammar rules or verb tenses, vocabulary lists. But today we're going to talk about your brain.
That sounds a little serious, but I get what you mean. We're not just learning words, we're learning how our brain processes them.
Exactly. It is serious, but it's also the key to freedom in a new language.
Mm.
I want to start with a question for you and for everyone listening right now.
Okay, I'm ready.
I want you to close your eyes for just a second. Now, when I say the word apple, what happens in your mind? And be honest.
Mm.
Do you immediately see a red, shiny fruit? Or do you see the word for apple in your native language first?
That is a fascinating question. And if I'm being honest, and I think this is true for a lot of learners, I probably see the word in my own language first. I hear apple, my brain quickly finds my native word, and then I see the picture of the fruit.
Exactly. And that split second, that little delay,
Yeah.
that is the barrier.
Yeah.
That is the wall we are going to break down today.
Okay.
Our mission for this deep dive is simple. We want to help you stop translating in your head and start thinking directly in English.
That really is the dream for everyone listening, isn't it? To just speak
Yeah.
without all that work in your head. But it feels so difficult. It feels like a mountain to climb.
It does take practice for sure, but it's not magic. It's a skill. And today we're going to share 3 specific strategies or fixes to make English feel less slow and, less hard.
I love that. Less slow, less hard. Because when we translate, it feels like we're walking through mud. So let's start with that apple situation. Why is it such a big problem if I translate first? I mean, why can't I just become a really fast translator?
That is a great question. We call this mental translation. It's the process of hearing English, translating it to your native language so you can understand it, thinking of an answer in your language, and then translating that answer back to English to speak.
Wow. When you lay it out like that, it sounds like a very long journey for just one sentence.
It is a long journey.
Yeah.
And it's expensive for your brain. Think about it like a computer. If you open 20 different programs at the same time, a video, a game, a document, the internet, what happens to the computer?
Oh, it gets hot, it gets slow, and
Yeah.
eventually it just freezes.
Your brain works the same way. We have something called working memory. It's the space in your brain you used to think right now in this moment. And all the research shows that translation uses up a huge amount of this working memory.
So if I'm using all my brain power just to translate words, I don't have any power left to actually understand the deeper meaning or the feeling behind the words.
Exactly. You have no space left for understanding the emotion or for connecting with the person you're talking to. You're just a translation machine.
I've definitely felt this. After a long conversation in English, I feel completely exhausted. Like, I just want to go to sleep.
That feeling is real. It's your brain running out of energy. Let's think about some real life scenarios. Imagine you're at the supermarket. You see milk, you see bread, you see apples. If you're silently translating every single item, your brain is working double time.
Right.
They're doing twice the work of a native speaker.
Or think about a business meeting. This is a big one for our listeners. Your boss is speaking, he's talking fast, and I'm busy translating his first sentence. But while I'm doing that, he's already in the third sentence.
And then what happens? You feel late?
Yes, I feel
Yeah.
late, and then I get nervous, and when I'm nervous, my brain it freezes. I can't speak at all.
That anxiety is a direct result of mental translation. It's that lag time. It
Yeah.
happens when you're watching Netflix too. Be honest, do you find yourself reading the subtitles in your native language?
Sometimes, yeah. It's just so much easier to follow the story that way.
It is easier, I agree. But think about what your brain is doing. You aren't really listening to the English, you're reading. Your ears are off, your eyes are on.
And on social media, too. I'll read a post in English, but the voice I hear in my head is speaking my first language. It's a habit I didn't even know I had.
It's a totally natural habit. Your
Oh.
brain wants to be comfortable, but if we want to get fluent, we need to push the brain out of its comfort zone. We need to fix it.
Okay, you've convinced me. I want to stop feeling slow and tired and nervous. What's the first fix?
Fix number one is label your world.
Label my world. You mean like putting stickers on things in my house?
Yes, literally. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is for children, or maybe I tried this once, but most people do it wrong. You need to use your home as a language laboratory.
Okay, so how do we do it right? How do I start without making my house look crazy?
Start simple. Just take a pack of Post-it notes, go to your kitchen, put a note on the refrigerator that says fridge, put one on the place you wash dishes that says sink, then spoon, plate, stove.
Okay, that seems easy enough. But here's the important question. Should I write the word in my native language underneath the English word? Just to be sure I remember what it is.
Absolutely not. That is the number one mistake people make.
Oh,
It's forbidden.
why is it forbidden?
Because your brain is lazy. I mean, all our brains are. If you write the word in your native language, your brain will just ignore the English and read the language it already knows.
I see.
We want your eyes to see the object, the white box, and see the English word fridge at the same time. We're building a direct connection.
So no native language on the sticky note. Got it. Just the English.
Correct. And there's a method to it. It's not just about decoration. Every time you walk into the kitchen and touch the fridge, I want you to say the word. You can say it softly or just think it loudly in your head. Fridge.
So I touch it and I think fridge. I open the cupboard and I think cupboard.
Yes. And over time, your brain will stop needing the translation. You'll just see the object and think the English word instantly. You can do this in the living room too. Sofa, table, remote.
The bedroom seems like a good place for this. Pillow, lamp, mirror.
Exactly. It sounds so simple, but what you're doing is training your visual memory to work in English.
Okay, but what about when I leave the house? I can't put sticky notes on the train or at my office. Well, maybe at my office.
You definitely can at your office.
Mm-hmm.
If you have your own desk, label your workspace. Printer, folder, notebook. It makes your work environment an English environment.
Yeah, makes sense.
And here's a great tip for the modern world. Digital label.
What's a digital label?
Change the language settings on your phone to English.
Oh, wow. That's a big step. I use my phone for everything.
It is a big step, but think about it. You use your phone all day long. If the icons and menus are in English, you're constantly seeing English labels for settings, messages, camera, maps. It forces your brain to switch modes every time you look at the screen.
That's a great idea. It forces you to practice even when you're just checking a text message. It turns a passive activity into an active lesson. Okay, so fix number one is label your world. What's fix number two?
Fix number two is narrate your actions.
Narrate, you mean
Yeah.
like a voiceover in a movie.
Yes, exactly. But the movie is your life,
Yeah.
and you are the main character. I want you to describe what you were doing as you were doing it.
Do I have to speak out loud? My neighbors might think I'm talking to myself.
You can speak out loud if you're alone, which is actually great for pronunciation. But you can also just think the sentences loudly in your mind. The
Yep.
key here is to use the simple present tense, subject plus verb plus object.
So we keep the grammar very, very simple.
Very simple. We don't want complex grammar to slow you down. Let's practice. Imagine it's tomorrow morning. You're in the bathroom. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm looking in the mirror, I would say. I wash my face.
Perfect. What happens next?
I brush my teeth.
Good. Then you go to the kitchen?
I make coffee. I drink the coffee. I check my email.
Exactly. See how simple those sentences are. You're not trying to write beautiful poetry. You're just connecting the action directly to the English verbs. You're teaching your brain that these actions are English actions.
I could do this when I'm leaving the house too. I put on my shoes. I lock the door. I wait for the bus.
Yes, you can do this all day. When you're doing chores, it's perfect. I sweep the floor. I fold the clothes.
Oh, I wash the dishes.
Even when you're cooking, I cut the onions. I boil the water.
I really like this because it keeps my brain in English mode. Usually when I'm cleaning or cooking, my brain goes back to my native language and I start daydreaming.
Exactly. This stops that daydreaming and builds an automatic habit. Now, there's an advanced version of this for the end of the day.
Ooh, I like advanced tips. What is it?
Narrating in the past tense. Before you go to sleep, you review your day.
Ah, so instead of saying I go, I say I went.
Yes. You lie in bed and think, I went to the supermarket. I cooked dinner. I watched a movie.
This is great practice for past tense verbs. I always forget the irregular ones, so doing this every night would really help them stick.
It's the best kind of practice because it's personal to you and you can do it anywhere. When you're commuting, just look out the window. I see a red car. I pass a bank. I see a tall building.
It sounds kind of like a game.
It is a game,
Yeah.
and the prize is fluency.
Okay, I'm ready for fix number 3. We've labeled our world so we see in English. We're narrating our lives so we think in English actions. What's left?
Fix number 3 is dreaming and immersion.
Dreaming. Now you're asking for a lot. I can't control my dreams. If I could, I'd be flying in my dreams every single night.
I know. We can't control our dreams directly. But dreaming in English is a huge sign of progress. It means your brain is processing the language so deeply that it's gone into your subconscious.
Okay, so how do we make that happen if we can't control it?
We prepare the brain. We need a specific bedtime routine.
Like a lullaby.
Sort of. You need to fill your brain with English right before you fall asleep. This is the time when your brain organizes all the memories from the day. If the last thing you hear or think is English, your brain is more likely to stay in English mode while you sleep.
So, checking the news in my native language right before bed is probably a bad idea.
Try to avoid it. If you do that, your brain switches back to its comfort zone. Instead, listen to easy content in English. Things like BBC Learning English or VOA Learning English are great because the speech is calm and clear.
Or maybe reading a book, a simple one.
Yes, read a short, simple story. But here's the trick. Don't just read the words. Imagine the pictures in your head. Visualize the story, but in English.
That visualization part seems really important. You're connecting the English words to images, not to translations.
Precisely. And what about during the day? We need to immerse ourselves even if we don't live in an English-speaking country.
Right. How do we do that?
You have to create no translation zones.
What's a no translation zone?
It's a time or a place where your native language is forbidden. Maybe you have a friend who's also learning. You can agree to chat for just 10 minutes, only in English. No matter how hard it gets, you cannot switch back.
That sounds hard, but I can see how useful it would be. It forces you to find another way to say something.
Or join online exchanges where the rule is no translation. Also, use English for fun. If you like video games, play them in English. If you like sports, watch the sports news in English.
I love football. Watching the match commentary in English would be a good challenge.
It's perfect because you already understand the game, so you can guess the meaning of new words from the context. The goal of all of this, the labeling, the narrating, the immersing, is to do one thing. Cut out the middleman.
The middleman.
The middleman is your native language. Right now, your native language stands between the object, like an apple, and the English word for it. It takes a piece of your energy, it takes a piece of your time. We want to remove it. We want to go straight from object to English.
That makes perfect sense. We want a direct line, no stops in between. Okay, we have covered a huge amount of ground today. I think my brain is already feeling a little full.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But let's slow down for a moment.
Yeah.
I want to summarize the most important points we discussed. Let's make sure everyone remembers them clearly.
I'm listening.
Here is the recap.
Mental translation slows you down because it takes up too much working memory in your brain.
To fix this, label objects in your home with English words so you connect the physical object directly to the language.
Narrate your daily actions using simple sentences like, I make coffee, to build the habit of thinking in English verbs.
Immerse yourself before sleep with simple English stories or audio to encourage thinking and dreaming in English. And finally, number 5, the ultimate goal is to remove your native language from the process and connect ideas directly to English words.
That's a great summary. I feel like I have a solid plan now. It's not just study more, it's change your whole environment.
I'm glad to hear that. But we are not quite done yet.
Oh, right. It's time for our vocabulary word tour.
That's right. We've chosen 10 key words from today's deep dive. We're going to define them and give you a clear example for each. I'll start us off.
Let's do it.
Word number 1 is mental. Mental means relating to the mind or the brain. For example, translating in your head is a mental process.
Okay, my turn. Word number 2 is translate. Translate means to change words from one language to another. Example, please do not translate the sentence. Just try to understand the meaning.
Word number 3 is anxiety. Anxiety is a feeling of worry or nervousness. For example, he feels anxiety when he has to speak English on the phone.
Good one. Word number 4 is label. A label is a piece of paper or a note attached to an object to identify it. Example, she put a label on the fridge that says refrigerator.
Word number 5 is narrate. To narrate means to tell a story or describe events as they happen. Example, you can narrate your life by saying, I am opening the door.
Okay. Word number 6 is automatic. Automatic means done without thinking, happening by itself. Example, after much practice, finding the right word became automatic.
Word number 7 is object. An object is a material thing that can be seen and touched. Example, pick up an object on your desk and say its name in English.
Word number 8 is process. A process is a series of actions taken to achieve a specific goal. Example, learning to think in English is a step-by-step process.
Word number 9 is middleman. A middleman is a person or thing that plays an intermediary role. In our lesson, it was the native language blocking direct English thought. For example, we want to cut out the middleman and think directly in English.
And finally, word number 10 is fluency. Fluency is the ability to speak or write a language easily and accurately. Example, her goal is fluency, so she practices speaking every day.
Fantastic. Those are powerful words to add to your vocabulary.
I'm definitely going to start labeling my apartment tonight. My family might be a little confused, but I think it'll be worth it.
Tell them they're learning too. It can be a family activity.
I will. This really feels like a fresh start for my English learning journey.
That's it for today. Remember, every minute you spend listening is a step closer to fluency. If you enjoyed this lesson, please subscribe and join our learning community. Before you go, I have a challenge for you. Write one new word you learned today in the comment field below. I will see you at our next episode at Steady Step English.